People have to ruin everything.
They do, including orange drink.
Wrong. You're listening to episode 5 of Time to Lean, and here's a song with Phil and John. Thank you.
No, that goes back to McDonald's.
Well, yeah, it does. Which, did you know they don't have orange drink anymore?
No, I remember drinking quite a bit of it.
I used to like that stuff.
Yeah. I can't describe it exactly, but
well, at some point, they had their house brand.
It wasn't orange. It wasn't orange soda. It was like a non-carbonated orange drink.
Orange drink is that's a specific category of soft drink.
But they didn't have. I haven't seen that in 100 years.
I love how we talk more about pop and soft drinks than we have potential to get into something like religion. And as soon as we have the opportunity, we talk about orange drink.
Well,
let's face it.
But you guys. What was your... I don't think you went to church unless you were playing, did you? I got the impression that you guys went to some kind of Methodist church to play or something, right? Or Baptist?
No. I'm not, well, that's funny you say that. My family had a very on and off again church experience. My dad was not at all interested in
my dad
church.
wouldn't go either.
He used to... His comment about going to church was, I put in my time already. Referring to the fact that I think his mother made him go when he was growing up.
Sure.
So he didn't care about him. He didn't object if my mom wanted to take the kids to it. He was fine, but he didn't want to go.
No.
I think he would occasionally go to Christmas Eve service just because it was a family thing.
Yeah.
But he really did not care about it at all. So
a lot of people only go to church during the holidays.
Yeah, and I don't think if it were up to him, he wouldn't even do that. He didn't pretend. I think my mom somehow had little periods of guilt about the fact that she did not have a consistent church presence in her children's upbringing.
That's what religion is good for, is guilt.
Yeah. Oh, it's the best. and the thing is, since I was the first of my group of siblings, I kind of missed out on that because we didn't go when I was really young. My younger siblings came along, and I think she started to take them to church sometimes.
But you didn't go with them?
No, I didn't really go. I was old enough that I think she just wrote me off.
He's going to hell.
I didn't go. So
he's going to listen to animals and
animals and skip church anyway. So why would I go? So Rob and I know Rob and Megan, maybe Elizabeth. I should check with them and ask them this, but certainly Rob and Megan, they went to church somewhat regularly.
Yeah, Rob talked about that.
Yeah, sure. Rob actually was interested in it. I think they both were confirmed in the Methodist Church, and Methodist Church ended up being that maybe because Faith and Don Barnes were Methodists.
Barneses.
Our relatives in Rapid City, and they had friends, and it's just that's what we ended up doing. They're pretty easygoing.
Someday we should talk about the Barneses. Boy, they were
let's make sure we do that maybe when Sean is our guest star.
There you go. Maybe next time we should have Sean
next time.
Okay,
Barnes.
So anyway,
that was church, and so I didn't do it. My siblings had a little bit more of that, but it was pretty spotty, and it was more or less up to us whether we really embraced it.
Yeah, well, that's okay. We don't go to church much. I'm not really raising my kids in the church. We went to
do you guys ever go?
Not very often. No. They went to a Lutheran preschool. There's something weird about preschool. You have to get kids into preschool. You have to get on these waiting lists sometimes. And it's almost like before you even have a kid, you have to get on a list. But I don't know. We didn't time things right. But anyway, this was and our kids had a really, really good preschool teacher. It was at an even more conservative Lutheran church, though, than the
Missouri Synod one.
Than the Missouri Synod, and I can't remember the name. I can't remember the name of this branch, but they're really about hell. I mean, oh my God, we'd go and a couple times to the church, and it's
fire and brimstone.
It's kind of like that. There weren't snakes or anything, but I just
they don't survive the winter here.
Everyone's gonna go to hell as near as I can tell, but whatever.
Yeah, that's the idea.
I guess. So give us your money and maybe you won't.
I mean, it's funny because I work for a Lutheran college.
Yeah, they're a little more on the progressive side, though, I think.
Very much so. But I would describe myself more as an agnostic of some kind. And I know some people say that's a wussy kind of cop-out kind of a thing. But that's just the way I feel about it, and tough.
Well, fine.
I definitely have been around enough people who have more solid religious backgrounds than I do. My wife was raised as a Catholic, and what they used to call recovering Catholic.
Sure. They might still.
Yeah, that's a great term, and it's a really interesting topic. I occasionally do music at churches.
Sure.
When they ask me to, and
they won't ask anymore, you agnostic, booze-swilling lush.
It can be really fun, and I have an appreciation for what a church in a community can do for people, because I think it does fill a need, and I think it can be very positive. But like anything on this world, we find a way to screw it up.
If you get people involved.
Yeah, it's like back to the politics, because it just somehow is always going to creep in. Unfortunately, that just goes with the territory. But I don't have a big objection to it. I just think that, like anything else, religion is used in lots of really ugly ways by people that actually has nothing to do with spirituality.
No. Or even what any of the prophets or whatever we were even talking about.
No, because you can find anything to support your current agenda.
For a long time, I would not call myself a Christian because of what other Christians, so-called Christians, were espousing and saying.
You gave Christ a bad name.
Hey, wait, you said you wouldn't sing. No. See, you can sing. You need to do the next song.
I need more drinks.
You need to do the next song. You do a nice Louis Armstrong. But then I thought, well, maybe we need to take the label back, and say, okay, I am a Christian, but I just totally disagree with what the other Christians are saying. And now I'm almost kind of getting away from that even again, but people would ask me what I am, and I would say I'm a homeschool Christian. Because
I'm a sleep in on Sunday Christian.
Well, it would throw them off a little bit, because they were like, well, homeschool, I like that. Christian, I like. What,
those terms are so loaded, though. That's the problem.
You could see the gears kind of cranking there, but I think I think religion is a personal thing, and I don't think you need to go around to your neighbor and say they should do X, Y, Z, or have you heard about this, or I don't know. I would not be a very good Jehovah's Witness.
The church I play it the most at these days is another Methodist one, just coincidentally, and I've sat through a number of their services, and they seem like really good people, and they're very positive and very tolerant of other cultures and views, things like that. And
God bless them.
Seriously, they're great. I really.
Is that the one I went to? I saw one of your shows, the Dixieland one down south there.
This was up in White Bear Lake.
Oh, okay.
But same music director though.
Yeah. Okay. He's all over the place.
This is his day job, basically. That one down in Apple Valley there is kind of that aside thing for him in the summers.
Oh, sure. They have like a summer music festival.
Exactly, and they hire him to do that. But
that was fun. I went to see one of the Dixieland ones. I thought, Dixieland?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and you got to hear Jerry O'Hagan, who was so unfortunately no longer with us.
That was the last time I heard him.
Mm-hmm. We miss him. Yeah.
He's gone. Another icon has passed.
So that's kind of my thing on religion. With people I know, it's pretty much a personal thing, like you said. Your own personal Jesus.
There you go. Keep it to yourself. It's fine. Mm-hmm. And you can talk to other people about it. In that community aspect, if you can find a good community for that. My wife's former church. We don't have a church right now, but it was very
here in Minnesota.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
It was another. It was a different, more progressive synod of Lutheran, but I got a good feeling from them. But I can't commit to TV shows or churches, I guess. But I do get I appreciate that belonging to a community. But here I'm looking right now at Groucho Marx. I have a poster of Groucho Marx. It's an old cover from a Cigar Aficionado.
Yeah, I think I know the one.
Magazine I have in my little Nachi Mozg studio. We should talk someday. We need to talk about other things we're doing. But anyway, like he said, I wouldn't belong to a club that would have me as a member, and that's kind of the same with church. But whatever. I'm not sure why we're talking about religion tonight. We should never talk about...
The food here is terrible, and the portions are so small.
And the coffee is so weak. I do remember nice Lutheran lunches or whatever, the Jell-O molds. And
it's interesting since my wife's family's involvement in their Catholic church.
Are they still active?
Well, her mom definitely is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
sure.
So, but we've been back for a few funerals and things like that. And again, this is also a small town thing, but you go to a service and everybody is there from that church community, and you go across the street to this social hall, and they all have potluck stuff that a lot of this group of people who they do it for all these funerals and stuff like that, and they set up food and giant things of wheat coffee and lemonade and things like that.
Yeah,
there's something kind of sweet about it.
No,
the way they all come out, and I think it's almost like a duty. They just like, okay, we have another one. Somebody in the church died, or somebody's family member died, and they all come together and take care of it.
Well, yeah, when
that's kind of what you're paying for, isn't it?
You put in your time and they take care of you when you die.
I mean, that's kind of there's definitely a commune aspect to it.
No, but it is nice. We all need to have some kind of community, I guess. I go through isolation sort of phases, but I'm trying to get out of that a little bit because that's not too healthy.
Well, that's what we're going to work on here, Phil, with this podcast.
Well, or we already have.
Yeah. So what are you having for dinner tonight?
But first, a word from tonight's sponsor.
Are you searching
for what?
answers?
Yes.
Soccer.
What?
Right.
What's right?
Questions come before answers.
Right.
Try the Religion of the Month Club.
Each month, we'll send a new religion straight to your mailbox. Cancel any time, or remain a member until you're canceled. The Religion of the Month Club. There's more to life than living.
I don't know. I should eat. I've had a couple of drinks and I haven't eaten yet. That's not a good idea.
See, today, let's see. So,
well, you're making a birthday dinner.
Yeah, this day is very atypical. This morning, we went to this place called the General Store. Whatever, go look it up. But Mary Jane's mom likes it, and the little cafe in there, they make these popovers that are really good.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about with
honey
butter. Yeah, they're great.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of those, brought them back with us, and ate those. After that, they went out to do some shopping. I made a batch of sloppy joes.
Yeah. Your sloppy joes are really good.
I had some ground beef in the fridge I needed to use up, so I did that. And
put you have a good recipe.
That recipe is amazing. It's
the best.
It's from an old index card with handwritten instructions. It's so good.
Those are the best. Was there a Barnes influence there or not?
This is from MJ's family.
Oh, okay. Oh no, I haven't. I don't have that recipe. I don't think.
Oh, I'll say I have a digital picture, a picture of it, and I am about to put together chicken marsala.
Oh, nice!
Because that's one of her favorites, so that's birthday thing.
No, it's good stuff.
Yeah, so doing that, and again, atypical kind of thing. Although, and last night we ate at Mancini's because Spencer loves that place, and that place is so good.
What did they call the bread, or what did we call it? It's like smoky butter garlic toast, or not
garlic beef bread.
yeah.
Is that I think they put it on the grill with the steaks.
Oh, the bread is so
thick,
good.
Thick pieces of bread that
Texas toast.
Yeah, something like that.
No, not quite.
And they give you this anybody who's eaten there knows, because I don't think it's changed in decades, but they give you this relish tray.
Oh yeah, the relish tray.
It's like sliced tomatoes, pickle slices, and those cherry peppers.
Yeah.
And if you're smart, you take the red ones because they're better.
Oh, I'm gonna go there. I should go there tonight.
And it's just I know, making me hungry. And it's all in this pool of Italian dressing.
Oh, but
it's
also
so good.
The ambience of this place hasn't changed either. I mean, it's got the
old supper club kind of thing. With the leather booths and
leather booths, red. Yeah, and they have classic cocktails too.
They do a good old fashioned, and a number of years ago we took Spencer there, just because
he liked old fashions.
Yeah, he loves he's a drunk out there.
They're
for some reason he was with us, and we took him there, and he just loved it because he likes a good steak, and they do, and he just loved the bread. He likes pickles, and that's become his favorite restaurant.
Wow!
So when he has a birthday or a special occasion, that's where he wants to go.
Even though you have to go to St. Paul.
Well, that's worth it for that.
John really dislikes traveling to St. Paul.
Sunday night, I'm back at the Cinema Ballroom with the regular band.
What is that called now? No, what is that band? Because Gary died.
It's the Jerry O'Hagan Orchestra.
Oh, it is still called that?
Yeah, they still call it that. Because we still play all of his tunes and stuff. So
Gary, not Jerry. I have a problem.
It's Jerry.
I have a problem with G's.
Gimlet.
Gimlet, Gary, Jerry.
And then I just found out that I got asked to play at the Caves on Thursday night. So
you play at the Caves quite a bit.
I do off and on. Although it's been months since I played there, but every so often I do. And that's also in St. Paul. That's actually the one that's really close to you.
Oh, I should go there. Does that get kind of boomy in there? I can't imagine the acoustics of the cave.
It is literally a cave. Yeah, and then you get 200 sweaty teenagers dancing in there.
No, I don't know why I haven't gone yet.
Oh.
No, but God bless them for being into that swing music, and they flip each other around and they have fun.
It's so fun. Yeah, when you get a big crowd in there, it's a great time. It's worth all the having your ears ring for hours afterwards, and
not to mention your testicles.
Having your clothes be all sweaty, and you feel like your bass is gonna pop out of tune because of the humidity. And
well, I can't imagine playing a bass in there. Well, but anyway,
no, I need to get one of those stick basses for that place. But
the Caves of St. Paul are pretty famous too, if people look into that. But cheese and all kinds of historical things in these caves and music.
And Al Capone's testicle farm.
Well, I think I'm gonna wrap it up.
You have to make your birthday dinner.
I gotta go make some chicken.
And I'm hungry.
Yeah, you should go eat something.
I think it's just gonna be kind of something thrown together evening here.
That's okay.
Fine. I don't even know what day it is.
And the gig tomorrow night has an open bar, so and I don't have to drive home. I am set.
Oh, does that get a little loose? I can't imagine the rhythm section.
Well, it'll be more toward the end, but
I can just imagine it getting looser and looser. That would be pretty fun at the end, I bet.
The Tuscalooser. Speaking of Groucho Marx, no, and it's like I've got that. Yeah, that whatever.
Fine. One of these times we'll talk about different, projects we have.
Let's make time to do that.
We should do some self-promotion.
Sure.
Okay, fine. There you go. Good luck.
I'm gonna go and have another drink and make some chicken and try not to burn the house down.
I grilled some chicken yesterday and I overcooked.
Okay.
I overcooked it a little bit though, John.
Well, do you ever get I know this is not your deal, but you really should buy one of those nice meat thermometers.
Oh, I do have one of those.
Oh, and you still overcooked it?
I didn't keep it. I didn't put it in there. I was just gonna put it a little few minutes
when
on each side.
I grill chicken out there, I always use the thermometer because I just don't trust myself to not cook the shit out of it.
No, I almost always do that, but for some reason last night I was like, I'm fine.
And then I also brine it because
no, you have to brine it.
White meat you have to brine.
When I didn't brine it either. It was we had some chicken.
Time to brine.
That's our sequel podcast.
Sounds with real chicken juice.
Pickles. Hey kids, put pork chops and pickle juice. Brine it in that. That's always weird. Sean.
Actually, no, no, seriously. Do you know what you just said there?
No, that is a good thing.
Have you done that?
I have.
That how Chick-fil-A supposedly makes their chicken sandwiches? They brine it in pickle juice.
Oh no, I didn't know that, but
it's a real thing.
But to me, that makes sense because it's got that pickly flavor, and it's more than just the pickle they put on it. No, but pork chops,
smart.
Really, you can do that if you have a leftover jar of pickle juice. See, this gets into a Sean thing too, but that's another tangent.
Liquid gold,
liquid green, Mr. Green.
Mr. Green. Hey, you owe me a Coke, Coke.
Il Duce. No, so yeah, you just put the pork chops in that pickle juice overnight. It's good. Anyway, okay, fine. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, Uncle John.
Hi, Phil.
I'm
high there.
I'm
high there.
What?
I'm high there. I'm high there. White meat, you have to brine.
And here's the song!
Mr. Green Tree's got the blues. Don't hang around no kangaroos. Drinks Mr. Green and Jägermeister C. 'Cause he has a life history of being a second banana. His cabana nana Hannah. She takes away all his blues. And the Jaeger green, it helps choose. Noah took them all 2 by 2. 'Cause that's what the biblical fellas do. Take your cues from your views, Mr. Green Jeans is in the news.